Hello and welcome to Ivory Mix, the podcast, and our series called #Self-Made Together. I am Kayla Butler, your host and the blogger, photographer, and all-around nerd from Ivory Mix. So today I have a great show for you today because we're diving into email list building.
Yay!
And specifically how to actually sell through your email. Building a mailing list is a fantastic way to make your audience feel as though they're, on board with your message and to gain more actual trust and more authority within your personal niche. But while building relationships with your fans or your customers is important, what's also highly important is that you're making profit in the short term and in the long term. So sooner or later, you have to start promoting something that people will actually want to buy. And one of the best ways to do that is through your email list. So when you're developing your structure for your email list, there are a few different things that you can consider when it comes to actually selling something through your email. So here's the structure. A good structure that you can use in order to hype your product and then sell the product over maybe a series of messages is referred to as an acronym AIDA, AIDA. And what that actually stands for is awareness, interest, desire, and action. The key thing to recognize is that when you first contact your new subscribers, they will have no awareness of your products or your services and no real reason to even be interested. Now, that may vary depending on subscriber because you may have gone through a lot of efforts to actually get that subscriber to read your blog posts, to follow you on social media. So they may have some general awareness, but very little. So you need to start here in generating more awareness about your products. And then before you actually try to get them to, purchase something, you really want them to be aware of whatever it is that you're selling. This allows you to focus on providing value and building that trust initially, while simply just mentioning your product or mentioning the services in a very conversational way without actually linking them to the product yet, and just more like having a conversation. And if you think about it, this is kind of like the strategy that many, film studios or, your favorite TV show or your favorite movies have used over the course of releasing, like the next Star Wars movie. It basically is like releasing teasers or teaser trailers for your actual product so that you're building this sort of awareness and anticipation for your subscribers. And the next step, as I mentioned, was developing interest. So interest really comes through repeated mention, and desire then comes from when you start to describe the way in which your product can make your audience's lives better. So instead of actually talking about the features of your product, like it's big, it's got a checklist, instead of talking about those features, what you really want to talk about is the benefits. What are your subscribers going to get from whatever product it is? Not get in the terms of, physical things or like checklists, but really the benefit to their lives. Is it going to make them more productive? Is it going to give them more time throughout their day? Those kinds of things. Finally, at this stage is the action email. It'll be something where you'll sort of seal the deal. This is where you'll close and get the audience to act quickly as possible by clicking and buying your actual product. So make sure to incentivize that decision by providing a limited time discount or, limited availability. Well, that's about it for me today. On the next episode, I'd like to continue our talk about list building and email building strategies. So if you've got a question related to building your email list for your self-made business, don't forget to call into the station Anchor app at anchor.fm/ivory-mix. So thanks for tuning in to Ivory Mix. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram as well at @the_Ivory Mix and use the hashtag selfmade together. Thanks.